So who's going to claim that? We could already see Epic Will back to the same old authority, and I believe Owl is the 150-50ing him. Both of them going for it. Epic Will gets a higher drop, and yes, quickly take it out one. That is a good start for him. And already, got to be careful. Players can be hiding on all sorts of sides. Wow, this is not the spot that you're normally used to seeing Jules, but Epic Will has found her, and this will be a quick glider gun escape if he needs to or if he wants to. Over at Caddy Corners, though, 3 players are contesting.
Yep, and Macon is one of them. I haven't seen the exact way he plays in a grand final scenario at Caddy, but he is in a position to stay by himself, seclude everyone else around him. He kind of has a radar of henchmen way next to him, kind of on the same kind of hemisphere of the map. Aiden loots what you were talking about, Balla, in that pre-show. The now new Slurpee Swamp coast, the bottom south side of the map.
And we've seen so many players do well here, not only in team modes, but solos especially, just because it's so wide open with a lot of cover, but also a lot of loot, including some agency chests. There you go, Aiden. That's a good way to start off, because guess what? That's free loot that he did not have to spend the time farming or getting at all and taking the risk to grab it. He will have to fight some Marauders, but look on the mini-map in the bottom right. There is nothing else to fight him right now.
These are all just long-range battles. Sometimes you can get one player confused from another, but at Craggy Cliffs, it's wall-to-wall, ceiling-to-ceiling, box-to-box, Hoofishy versus Kabuto. And they're fighting for control, not only for these pieces, but to stay alive in game one. Hoofishy's the one at advantage. He's going for the first shots in the box, attack shotguns, they hit.
And I like that little adjustment of the crosshair there for Hoofishy to make sure that that wall was going to get placed after he had made the floor edits.
Once again, box to box, but not all in. He chooses to just kind of disengage, get to a better position. His loadout right now is set for endgame, I would say. He just needs that ammo. Remember, though, the only points you can get this early are elimination points, so he could be giving up a very easy pickup. Now both players full shield, now fully going into boxes. EXE is deleted.
And he is going to use that. He might have an opportunity to find some because of this big build fight that Adity and Benji had. The NA Benji apparently trying to take that title, but also has to be careful that this fight doesn't turn on him. Thankfully, both of those players most likely don't have materials. 40R Storm can engage if he so desires. And there will be a frag. That's 40R Storms. Yes, onto Benji. And already he's going to be able to pick up some of that ammo, but also Storm Surge tag so key. That's another reason why taking this fight is of high importance to 40R Storm. Right now, though, does not want to push this too much further. That's why he drops down, gets the loot, grabs the AR ammo that was available, and he's now up to 173, fixing that entire problem that you were mentioning, Shyo. So thankfully, none of this completely broke out, and that's also something that I want to see. Shyo, you've been asking for the storm fights time and time again. A sigh of relief for pretty much not only everybody that was involved. Daddy P still wants it, though. And Crip, if he's not careful, will get caught. Look still at the radar. Look still at the amount of players that are on the side. Crip continues to get tagged, and Crip will not have much left. Only 1 mini.
They're playing for Storm Surge. If you want a TLDR of it, you got to do damage or you're going to take damage. Daddy P is jumping straight in that box. Script, no white HP available, and Daddy P's loadout is not good for endgame. What does that mean? It equals disaster for Crip. Daddy just has to find a way in. He needs to see if he can get a shot off in this box. The Storm is not moving, though. Both these players are in a bad position.
That it is. Storm will close in a minute 20, and I'm pretty sure both of these guys are going to get caught in it. Daddy P, unfortunately, not only is he taking his game out, even though you might say he's going for Surge or whatever it might be, Crip is done. Thankfully, he'll get the Elim for it, and a Siphon. There we go. Attack shot will connect, but there's still another player looking, and there's so much distance. Sure, it might be on the slow side of zone, so we might be okay.
I might have just seen the difference maker right there for Daddy P. That, like, what, 11 fall damage might be the reason. Never mind, medkit in the way. I was gonna say it might be the reason he doesn't have enough time to get in the zone, but he has 2 different heals now. He'll get to juggle heals to fight this off with. There's a third party shooting too. Pizzas hasn't been touched at all, and wow, would get smacked in the face.
And that's Desperation on the other side, and a good read from Pizzas to take him out. It's a World Cup qualifier, by the way. with the 5 points that he has. He's used to these situations, used to these scenarios, but takes a fair bit of fall damage at the wrong time. Thankfully, the rest of the lobby, who's done with Surge, who does not have to deal with Desperation on any sides, will start to make their way in, and we'll start to see less congestion. But we are going to see a huge congested side on the bottom right of this. There's Daddy P, by the way. He made it out of zone, surprisingly, after that storm fight, but I'm guessing he doesn't have that much more. Look at what Quinn has. You would have thought that with that impact that he got, it'd be much more, but 16 builds, now 11 only.
One curious thing I'm seeing for Quinn are these pocket items. Just one extra one or just one stink are making the difference. Maybe not in damage, but reach. There we go. A pick on the Moxie, and that's because he had one extra crash pad in the inventory to gain distance overall. Yes, he has a few more left over. Will that make a difference, though?
Next to Assault, not only is Assault looking back, but everybody else too, essentially causing a clog. Now they will have to move. Surge notifications are out again. Bucky, who's been firing at players, is 3 below, so think about what that means for the rest of the lobby. Once 5th zone closes, and it will very fast as 4th zone, or as 5th zone gets revealed, it's gonna start firing off, and there's 14 players. Bucky not only has to deal with this rotate, has to deal with the heal, but also has to find damage, and soon it's gonna be on Assault. Thankfully, he's back ahead, and yes, the Siphon. Can he find the loot too? There's another player, potentially, but the zone is moving, so he's not gonna have that. Gonna have to pop a pepper with 3 HP, and a Dream maybe? Still some heals. Tatai behind him, one of the players who did well. It's a huge tag. Yes, the Siphon will come through on the storm, almost certainly. We have to hold our breath for a second.
It's a freeze frame. Just look at all the damage happening around the map. Every player, box to box, and now we press play. Degen got taken out. Avery, though, is still alive. Where's Bucky? I don't see Bucky. Is Bucky still alive? He must have gone down. Unfortunate for him, but hopefully he got that pick off. 40 or Storm also gets to have something as this movie plays out, but what he does not have is zone that he must go back to.
And also near him is Macon. The cat. A lot of big players still in this. Frat Eye was our second place. Macon with the caddy launcher, 40R Storm. We talked about him a lot. Tavern, Epic Whale, Acorn, Avery. We have Jack over from NA East. We have Furious, we have Avery. The list goes on. This will be a difficult game. And just like we saw in NA West game 1 Grand Finals last time, one of the best and most stacked games, going down to the top 5 even. 40R Storm was one of them. He was there. So we'll see if he can repeat that situation. Furious was one of them too.
We're getting distracted though. We are getting distracted. I see sleeper agents just waiting in cones. Kaz is in zone, hasn't made a single peep this game. Midi too. The man that we saw so much action from in the semifinals has not gotten a single elimination yet. Yes, we saw Hoofishy survive. Yes, Howdy looks so good on high ground, but will these players be able to live once these agents come online? Newell also all the way near the back. You mentioned Furious. It's their time to make a stand.
Acorn finds one. Tavern almost finds one as well. Now they're going to use their mobility. Now they're going to go get towards that end game. And Tavern will find one under first. Everybody in the sky right now, all these people coming off that congested side, they're going to try to land in the front. It's Howdy who takes it, and he will take it with metal and very high up, so it's going to be very hard for anybody else to fight this. He might get a free ride if everybody else tries to stay on a mid-ground layer.
Rotations left and right. Now we're in with many big shots down. Yes, it's 2. Burritos goes down, but can he get that refresh? That's the most important thing. Can he get the mats back? He doesn't need it, but it'll get him in 9 zone. No, it's stolen by Aiden. Once again, he's affecting someone else's game when he had no business to. This time, though, in the end game when it's most important. Macon has height, and we know what he has. The shockwave launcher, the charged shotgun. This could be his game to win.
A very early take. And a lot of people gliding past him with the crash pads, 40R Storm. It's still happening. Midi at the same time down in the bottom right. The POV that we're watching picked up a lot. Dropped a little too when he got that elimination. Another freeze frame for the second. He's going to get back into good shape, good fighting chances, but now up to height. Here's the situation for Macon. Not much builds and not much HP either. And once somebody else takes height, it's not even worth launching back up in this case because he doesn't have what he needs to contest.
Where does he go though? Litzinio is bouncing up and around him. Turtle Tavern is at second height. Down below on low ground, Epic Will, Favs, Nano, they're controlling and trying to find a way to win. Zumba and Macon are both now fighting straight for height. We know though that Macon has nothing, just 100 builds. He's now falling down. He has to find a way to get some type of siphon. This is his last breath.
And look at Epic Whale down on low. He has the glider gun, but he's sitting by himself in the front of zone. Now 8 zone, 25 people up, and there's an Elam, yes, with the legendary AR on the casual. And Epic Whale might be activated, but he's got to win this 1v1 against Furious, a big headshot that will crack him. Maybe a chance for Epic Whale to take out one of his biggest competitors down on Ultimate Low. Staring down box to box against each other. Oh, almost gets the edit, but it's not quite quick enough.
He's completely in his element, but Macon was not. Now it's Tavern and Aiden all the way on high. Oh my God, Epic Whale, you are making this look way too easy. Everyone else is having so much trouble, but he is gliding straight through this end game. 3 eliminations, he's going for his 4th. Trix is there wall to wall, the winner all the way from semis, but Epic's like, no, grand finals is my home. West is where I thrive. Box to box, there's a huge shot. Wow, Epic, no shields, but he has the attitude to take the next edit and get the next shot. He gets taken out, but what a run. Favs is the one we're watching. He can carry the torch to win this game.
Epic Whale might have the moves, but it's Avery who will have the game, at least for now. Top 8 situation now. We have Knifer on height. Still the caddy launcher in play. I believe that's owned by Knifer. D-Faves though, box to box against Avery. The player who took out Epic Whale, and he will get it. 3 Elams now. We're moving into top 7 as 40R Storm picks up another.
40R Storm might be the person to watch. No, he gets taken out. Knifer has the beams. Favs is now all the way on height. He's going for a battle, and he wins. Kaj or Jack and Tavern down on low. It's 4 big names. Now top 3. Oh my God, Favs. He's just exploding here on high ground. Knifer is trying to get him down, but Favs is finding a way to survive. Favs gets him box to box. He's out. 4 eliminations. A 1v1 on the west side. It's Tavern on low. It's a drop down, Favs.
But it's only one game. We have 5 to go, chat. Really, anyone can clinch out the first place spot. But for right now, it's going to the way of Favs. 40R Storm is going to be taking second place. We have, I don't know how to say this name,